Hello, my name is Taha Ahmadi. Um, I am going to do my presentation about the feeling of art, or what art means to you. So I wanted to start with an architecture, which is the Holy Kaaba. Uh, the Holy Kaaba was built in 608 CE, but it was reconstructed in 1631 due to the floods and everything. It is built in the city of Mecca. It was reestablished by the people of Quraysh, which was a tribe in Mecca. And just to give you a backstory, at that time, Mecca was ruled by seven families, very powerful families. It was very corrupt, and people were going wild at the time. This is before the birth of Hazrat Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, which is the last prophet. According to the Holy Quran, it was first built by Hazrat Ibrahim alayhi salam, as a place of worship for Muslims at the time. Later, the idol worshippers took over, and there were more than over, I think it was over 300 idols there. Um, After the birth of Hazrat Muhammad, the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, or peace be upon him, um, it was reestablished as a place of worship for Muslims. All the idols were destroyed. It was a battle that took place. There was a peace treaty that they signed. And then the people of Makkah, they attacked the Muslims again, which was that was when the last prophet, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, destroyed all the idols and reestablished it. It was reestablished as a place of pilgrimage for all Muslims around at the time, and it became the fifth pillar of Islam. It is built using different rocks. The main structure for the Makkah or the Kaaba itself is brick, I believe, and then the surroundings are mainly marble. It includes other type of rocks and stones. So what it means to me, or why it represents hope, is I I I was born a Muslim, but I wasn't uh, an actual. I'd say I wasn't practicing Muslim. But later on in life, I rediscovered the Deen of Islam. I started studying about it, and what it meant to me is when not just me, a lot of people that even just look at pictures, they feel this energy or this peace. You see a lot of people from different backgrounds, different colors, from all parts of the world come together and do the pilgrimage. Everyone's dressed the same, regardless of your status, where you come from, the color of your skin, your gender. They're all together. And of course, there is certain differences. For example, in the dresses, the men dress in white thobes, and the women dress in hijab, the hijab, black hijab, or they call it a niqab. But yeah, it is I've been very spiritual lately, so like I said, it brings me peace and hope just to see all of that. It shows the beauty of the religion. The second art piece that I chose was the Nighthawk by Edward Hopper. I'm not sure if we went over this in our course this semester, but I had done some research about this back in high school, and this is one of those art pieces that looking at it for the first time, it actually made me feel some type of way. Um, it's just looking at it, it's very depressing. And then I read about the artist that painted it, which is Edward Hopper. So just to give you some backstory, this was painted in January 21st of 1942. This is a couple of weeks before this is a couple of weeks before the U.S. got involved in World War II, which I believe that it had some effect on the type of art or on the painting itself. It has some influence. Um, well, most of Edward Hopper's art pieces are like this, but like I said, World War II and everything had some influence over this painting as well. So just to give you some backstory, Edward Hopper was broke at the time or before this painting when he was young. But he had ambitions of becoming a painter and he had some art pieces, but it was never recognized by his peers or other painters at the time. He was working these manicure jobs just to survive, basically. And he was married to his wife, but it wasn't a happy marriage. They would get into these big arguments. They wouldn't talk for over months at a time. And I believe that that's what influenced most of his artwork. You can look at his other artwork or art pieces. They are all represent some sort of loneliness or depression. The colors that he uses, like these sharp angles, all these combined, this it gives you like this eerie feeling. I know art is subjective, but that's how I feel about it. And most of his artwork that feature people, they're all in their own world. They're not talking to each other. For example, if you pay attention to this or painting right here, you can see all the characters are just in their own world. They're not talking to each other, which represents this is similar to his real life situation, uh, somewhat. And as you can see, the cafe, you're looking at it from the outside world, but you can't get inside since there are no doors. There might be a door right there, but I believe that might be a kitchen, or it's just it's in the inside. It's not a doorway to get into the restaurant cafe. And his use of shades, for example, in the background there, you can see these abandoned shops, which all represent this feeling of loneliness or depression, I'd say. But like I said, most of his paintings are like this. It involves a lot of windows, people looking outside the window, and you're looking at them from an angle, basically. And just an interesting fact, right here, the lady that is over there, that is his wife. She modeled for the painting, and the three other three other characters are himself, Edward, in fact. Um, his wife was very protective of him. She was very jealous. That's what I read about it. Um, for most of his paintings, she would not let him get other models to model for his paintings. She would be the one modeling for it. So yeah, as far as medium go, this is an oil painting, I believe. Um, and like I said, it was painted in January 21st, 1942. It was in New York, so he is from New York as well. And last but not least, I have as a propaganda artwork, I have the Justinian mosaic artwork, which is in San Vitale of the Church of San Vitale in Italy. It was created in 547. It is located in San Vitale of Italy. It's the Basilica Church, um, which was very prominent in the Christian history. Um, so this artwork represents the in the middle, as you can see, that's Justinian. He was an emperor. Um, he is known for bringing the Eastern and Western, the broken Eastern and Western together. Um, the material used in this artwork are glass, gold, marble. Um, so why I think this is propaganda? So First off, the first thing I noticed was there are 12 people here, which might represent like him thinking of himself as like Jesus, the Messiah, even, um, or Jesus. Um, and then the people that he's surrounded by, you can see the army. That's the bishop with the label name, and you can see the purple dress. He is holding the um, body of Jesus, I think it's called. And you can see he's the only one with the halo above his head in the background there. It establishes that he was the central of power of the church and the army. Um, and yeah, so this is my presentation for this project. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much.